I want to read this, a bit of an extensive response from former President Donald Trump, because he's not happy with Mark Meadows either, because he once loved him, called him a special friend and a great chief of staff, as good as it gets. I think he said similar things about Bill Barr before he turned on him too. He probably said similar things about who else? Michael Cohen before he turned on him as well. Maybe Jenna Ellis. Maybe Rudy Giuliani's still waiting on him though. That'll come. This is what Donald Trump said. Bear with me. I don't think Mark Meadows would lie about the rigged and stolen 2020 presidential election. Stolen. Look at the top. Stolen with 2 L's because I don't know. Maybe it was a autocorrect. But I'm not sure how often stolen, which is what, like a fruitcake? Am I right? Isn't a stolen like a fruitcake, like a German fruitcake? Anyway, he's ridiculous. The stolen 2020 election merely for getting immunity against persecution by deranged prosecutor Jack Smith. But when you really think about it, after being hounded like a dog for 3 years, told you'll be going to jail for the rest of your life, your money and your family will be forever gone, and we're not at all interested in exposing that those that did the rigging. If you say bad things about the terrible monster, Donald Trump, we won't put you in prison. You can keep your family and your wealth, and perhaps you can make up some really horrible stuff about him. And we may very well erect a statue of you in the middle of our decaying and now very violent capital, Washington, D.C. He goes on. It's a cartoonish expression. It seems like a child wrote it for fun. Maybe it's an SNL sketch if it's done well enough as far as the writing. But how anyone takes these types of statements and responses seriously from someone that they could probably see back in the White House is beyond any comprehension. He's talking about stolen elections, and he has this scenario where he puts quotes about how they said they're going to erect a statue of Mark Meadows in D.C. It's like it's supposed to be hyperbole, right? I don't know, but they're buying it, Maz.
He's setting up his followers for when it comes out that Meadows did actually dish dirt on him, and then he's going to say, "See, it was all a, they had to, give him all of these incentives to do so." So he's setting up the dummies who follow him to go, "Oh, see, he told us before, and it actually happened like that." The irony is there was election fraud, and it was Mark Meadows who I think he was registered in 2 places or something, or he voted out of one of those trailer park cars or what? I mean, I forget, but he did something illegal. And the other thing that's ironic is that these people like Mark Meadows or Bill Barr or any of these people who come out and they speak up against him, all of a sudden we get excited. We go, "Wow, this guy's so brave for coming out. Thank you for doing this, Jenna Ellis. Thank you for coming out and speaking the truth." But the truth is, these people are bad people too. Mark Meadows is a bad dude. If you look at who he's voted for, he's one of the Freedom Caucus guys. He's a bad guy, but now we've got to root for the bad guys. Whoever thought you'd be rooting for Liz Cheney?
Oh my God.
We've been rooting for Liz Cheney. So that's how crazy this world has gotten. And we all know it's so clear that the guy is a lying, cheating, stealing. I don't know what there's a lot of other adjectives I could throw in there. We don't have time for it. But it's good. It's good that more and more people are flipping, and hopefully soon enough, even though his followers will continue to support him and believe him, soon enough he'll be wearing an orange suit to match his orange hair, and he won't be in the White House.
It's what he knows, though. That's why he has those pseudo press conferences outside the courtroom, because he's not looking to convince anyone in the court of law. He loses there all the time. He wins with his minions of supporters that follow him behind the back. By the way, the voter fraud charges from Mark Meadows, he won't face them, but he was registered and had an absentee vote in North Carolina, but also 2 other states. He had some registration in 2 other states at the same time. The voter fraud's all over the country. It's sad that it happens amongst MAGA.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.